As you can see, lots of new construction happening right here at FX Capri Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Alexandria Bay. Brand new parking area will house over 300 new hand-picked cherries. We've got lots of great plans right here in the Bay. All we need is you. Need help with sales? Need help with service? Come see us today at FX Capri Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Alexandria Bay.
What did you think of just the job you guys were able to do as a unit out there tonight?
Yeah, it felt really good. You know, the first 2 weeks of the season, we were kind of starting to find our groove in the second half. So it was really good to come out this week and kind of find our groove right away, and kind of actually be together as an offense and kind of move the ball as a unit, not just one guy here making plays. It was kind of everyone on the field doing their job to make those plays. So it felt really good to finally achieve that, something we've been working towards for these last 3 weeks. So. And
you had the early hole you guys were in, but you look like on the offensive side that just maybe fired you up more than anything else. So.
Absolutely, yeah. As soon as that happened, we just knew it was time. It was time to go play.
Yeah. And I was asking, him to, how big was that last drive you guys scored on when they cut the lead to 3? Like, what did that show you about your team this year?
It was huge. I think it shows just how resilient we are. Looking at that clock, I think there were 12 minutes on the clock when we started that drive, and about 4 minutes when we ended it. Yeah. So we chewed a good amount of that clock off the. Chewed a good amount of clock. So I think that just shows, throughout the game we went at a very fast tempo at times, but there. We very much slowed it down. So I think our offense is really starting to get it and understand the game and kind of how we need to move forward. So that was really good to see as well.
Were there any particular plays on that drive where you were a little nervous yourself? Like you were thinking it was like a third and whatever? Or like,
a couple times when we were in empty, I was like, how come coach wants me to keep throwing the ball? Let's run it and get a first, which is a quarterback, I shouldn't say. Right. I was nervous thinking we were in empty because I didn't want an incomplete pass. But I thought they were going to fit kind of the passes we were throwing, but they continued to let us get those short ones. So we just continued to move the ball.
And on the 4th and 1 play, was kind of, did you know all along that was what you were going to do? Or?
The sneak?
Yeah.
More often than not, when I see something like that, especially if we can get up fast and just get the first, we'll try and sneak it.
And I was going to ask about Viscar the other day, too. It looked like anything that was near him he was able to bring down as a quarterback. What do you like about those kind of guys?
Oh, I think it's one of, the biggest things, you know that if you put it in his general direction, he will go make a play. Yeah. Growing up, my coach always talked about how when you get to college, you're going to have those guys where the ball doesn't always have to be perfect. Just let him go make a play. And Joe is that to a T. I put it in his vicinity, and he goes up and makes the play 10 out of 10 times. So it's really great having someone like him on the field with me.
I was going to ask you just individually, what did it feel like today? How big did the ball look every time you were making catches?
Oh, today was just an overall just great day. As an offense, not even just me, just, we were moving the ball down the field the whole game. And when we got inside, the 20, 10-yard line, they were looking at me and I just made the plays. But, we worked our way down there and, my number was called and I made the play. It felt really good today.
The last drive you guys scored on, too, how big was that? Because they had just cut the lead to 3.
That was huge, for sure. We converted a couple big second, third downs there, and we kept the ball moving. Yeah. And then, we got man-to-man, took a shot, and it worked out. So I was happy to see that for sure.
Does that show how the team has grown to? Like last year, maybe with that it got differently. If you had blown the lead and it was down to 3, do you think that drive might have happened? And,
I definitely think for this being our second year as an offense, that definitely helped out. Groshot was, draining the clock and making sure that he was taking time off the clock, but we were still moving the football efficiently and stuff like that. So overall, as a unit, for that last scoring drive, we worked together and we got the job done. So we gave our defense a break for sure.
What did you like about the defensive effort tonight?
I thought it was just a lot of fun to play with those guys, and it was great because they came out and scored right off the bat, and we didn't break. We were just like, all right, we got to fix that, and then scoreless the rest of the first half, and then just did what we needed to do for the rest, and held on for the second half, basically.
Now, obviously, all those scores in the first 2 games weren't always defensive plays, but as a defensive unit, what does it do to you guys when you have 2 tough starts? How much motivation was there this week to show that you're better than what those first half scores were the last 2 weeks?
Oh, yeah. We came out with a pretty big chip on our shoulder and some momentum, too, because we did play so well in the second half against Norwich, and we played pretty well in the second half against Utica, so we knew that if we kind of just put it all together, the scoreboard would look a lot better.
And I think it was the second or third series for them where you guys got the sack and fumble. Or what did that do for your unit too, to make a big play like that and set the offense up to get a chance to take the lead or get close to the, you know?
Anytime the D line makes a play like that, it just goes all the way through. Like fires the offense up too, because they're excited to get back on the field. That's just such a huge play. Like it's just an emotional play. Like everyone's fired up by that.
I guess the last thing I was asking was, what was the latter stage of the game like? Because they were kind of answering every time you scored. As a unit, how nervous do you guys get when you get in those kind of games where you think it's finally put away and then they come right back down? And
Yeah, I was pretty nervous, but you can't really worry about that. You just have to it's kind of cliche, but you just got to do your job. You got to do it.
Yeah.
Like we always say, like, don't worry about what the offense does. If they score, we can't get complacent. If they don't score, we can't get frustrated. You know what I mean? And that was kind of what we were just saying to each other the whole game.
And you have the new coordinator this year too. What do you like about his style of stuff so far?
He's really good. Understands the scheme inside and out, and he's good at relating it to us. And I think definitely we saw it all kind of start to click today, which was definitely exciting.
Okay, that should be good. Thanks.